Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to dedicate our lesson to a group of synonymous nouns that have very similar meanings but can be used in somewhat different situations. These nouns are very important in our everyday communication. Why? Because they help us speak about our incomes. So these nouns are pay, remuneration, salary, wages, income, earnings, bonus. Let's see where and in which situations we should use each of them. We'll start with the word pay. Pay can be used as a verb, to pay, but today we're interested in the noun pay. As a noun, pay means the money that you receive by working. Let's look at some examples. The best thing one can do to help those on low pay is to cut their taxes. They provide advice on pay negotiations and help if you don't get the pay you're entitled to. The pay is much better in the private sector. So we see in these examples that the noun pay is used to speak about the money that we earn by doing some work. Now, the word remuneration. Remuneration is the money you give to somebody who did something for you. Usually something extra. We can use this word to speak about some extra services or some work or achievement that is highly appreciated. Let's see the examples. She is given generous remunerations for her services. It is essential that regular pay audits are made compulsory. The same requirement can also apply to information on remuneration in addition to pay. From this last example, we see that pay is something regular that you receive as your salary, for instance, and remuneration is some additional payments given for some extra services or the work which was done really well. Another noun that we are to talk about is wages. Pay attention that this noun is in plural. When we speak about wages, we speak about money that you earn that is paid according to the number of hours or days that you have worked. We can say he works as a waiter, he has good wages. We use this word and not the word salary to refer to the money someone earns on a weekly basis. So people working in factories or in shops or at restaurants may earn wages. The word wages, though, is not used before a noun. If we need a noun, we should say wage. Like in the word combinations wage increase or wage claim or wage freeze and so on and so forth. The last wage increase of our tailors was in 2016. He was arrested in strike actions trying to get a living wage. Now, as I have already mentioned, the word salary is money that you receive for doing some professional work. For instance, a lawyer, a teacher, a programmer, an engineer, they all receive salaries from their employers. Let's see some examples. The company provides fair working conditions and a good salary. Your income will consist of a salary and percent from sales. Many employees in a company make relatively little, while increasingly few people make very high salaries. Now, income is a more general noun. This is the word that we use to refer to all the money that we can receive for working or for doing anything. Income is not necessarily related to your professional work for an employer. Rent from the old farm was their only source of income. His only source of income is a small rice field that he cultivates. The company is constantly looking for ways to diversify their income. The word earnings, in plural, can be used as a synonym of the words salary and pay. This is the money that you receive for doing your work. For instance, we can ask, what are your average weekly earnings? She donated 1/3 of her earnings to a charity. He claimed compensation for loss of earnings. We can also use this word, earnings, to speak about the profit that a company or a country has. For instance, the company's earnings have dropped by 5% this year. Oil provides 40% of Norway's export earnings. Now, fee. Fee is the money paid to a lawyer, to a doctor, or to a similar qualified worker for a piece of professional work that they have done. For instance, your accountant's fees are too high. There is also another meaning of this word. We use fees when we speak about the money that you pay to enter a museum or a gallery, like in this sentence. For example, the online gallery does not charge any fees for the visits. And the last word, bonus. Bonus is a sum of money that is added to your regular wages or salary as a reward for some good work. For instance, each worker receives an annual bonus. Last month, he received a $100 bonus. Now let's do a little quiz. You'll see a question on the screen and try to answer this question with one of the words that we have learned today. What is the word for money that you receive as a regular, usually monthly payment from the organization you work for? Salary. What do you call the money that you earn from your work or that you receive from investments, the government, etc.? Income. What do you call the pay that you give someone for something they have done for you or as a compensation? Remuneration. What is the word for an amount of money that you pay to do something or that you pay to a professional for their work? Fee. What do we call the money a person earns that is paid according to the number of hours, days, or weeks that they work? Wages. Okay, I hope you had fun with the previous activity. Now let's do a little exercise to finish today's class. You will see 10 sentences with gaps, and your task is to provide appropriate nouns for each of them. Let's start. As usual, I suggest that you write the sentences down, do the exercise on your own, and then check it with me. Presuming that you have already done that, let's go and check. The average salary in the country is $39,000 per year. Older people may have more disposable income because their houses are paid for. My solicitor charges a fee for handling the sale of a house. He claimed compensation for loss of earnings. She supplements her income with a part-time bar job. Although many officials and newspapers proposed that they be paid a modest salary, only the chief headman received official remuneration. What is the admission fee for the Louvre? She earned good wages when she worked as a laundress. Employees should receive remuneration for overtime work. And nearly 6 out of 11 employees received a $100 bonus last month. That's all for today. I hope today's lesson was useful. Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe to this channel if you like what I'm doing, and see you in the next video.